All right, baby, let's dive into it today. So one of the biggest mistakes or problems I have when I practice is lack of focus. So let's talk a little bit about what I mean by lack of focus. So it's very, very, very easy to get sucked into drills, to get sucked into things that you're trying to accomplish without actually putting 100% focus into that. What do I mean by that? Real simple. I shoot a run, super focused, locked in. I go reload, which, maybe takes 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes at the most usually. And then I come out and I want to bang it out right away. Well, here's the problem. I just took 15 minutes off, focused, cell phone, reloads, whatever it is, but it certainly isn't on running the stage. So what ends up happening, and this is a big problem I have when I practice personally, is it's super easy to just go through the motions and just basically waste your money spending bullets at targets that you're not focused on. So right now, a good example is I had a first run, kind of mediocre, just because it was my first run, kind of wasn't really locked in. Second run, did a little dry fire, kind of felt the gun, felt what I was supposed to feel, saw what I was supposed to see, and I crushed it. Then go reload, come back out, next run, completely mediocre again because I didn't dry fire, I didn't focus on the stage, I just went through the motions. The key should always be that when you are practicing, that you are actually in match mode kind of mindset. So I'm getting ready for nationals, so my mindset today is a little bit different. I'm not actually trying to get better, I'm just trying to execute. I'm trying to find execution consistently every single time. Now, I'm kind of in a crossroads right now. I just switched platforms. I'm shooting way faster than I've ever shot before. I'm trying to be a lot more aggressive on the gun than I've ever been before. This happened before World Shoot, by the way. This isn't something that just because I picked up a 2011 that I started shooting more aggressively. I know I've been shooting a little conservative, and I'm trying to get back after that and stay on attack mode with that. The problem with that is when you allow the shooting to get faster, sometimes the other things fall off. What does that mean? Like my vision might slow down. I'm not being as aggressive on the vision because I'm done sooner. Now I need to be even more aggressive with my vision. Not stopping on steel like I'm supposed to, which is pretty stupid. And then basically just understanding what the target requires for your sight picture and your timing. So right now I have a 30-yard target out there that if I decide mentally before I get there to slow down, and what I mean by slow down is stop the darn dot on the target and then pull 2 alphas on what the sights tell me to do, I'm crushing alphas. But as soon as I treat it like I did the 5-yard target, I wonder why I'm getting kind of odd, bad, inconsistent results. It's very, very simple. This sport is very, very simple. It's just hard to execute until you're paying attention. So right now, my goal is to kind of mentally lock into the stage plan before I even shoot the stage right now. So I'm gonna kind of take you through that process and show you what I gotta do. Here we go. All right, so my goal here is I'm gonna have a draw on a piece of paper. I don't know, I think it's 5 yards, 5. Then I got about a 12 to 15 yard double stack, which we will see a lot of at nationals, it looks like. A mini popper, a 30-yard target, an open paper at like 15, maybe 15 yards, 16 yards. Then another mini popper at 30 yards, a tuxedo at 20 to 25 yards, and then another close open target at, I would say, 7 yards. So the goal here is on those 5, 7-yard targets, hell, even the 10 and 12-yard targets, is to get after them, but make sure that I'm stopping the gun where I need to stop it so that I can crush alphas while I'm doing it. All right, here we go. Before I run this, I'm gonna dry fire it a little bit. Like I said, this is where I kind of make mistakes when I shoot in practice. I kind of just get in the motion, and then as I shoot, I start to pay attention more, and I'm like, hey, I just wasted 300-400 rounds not shooting like I'm supposed to shoot for every single round. So my focus here is to really kind of lock in the vision, aggressive vision, really locking in, basically picking my spots, stopping the gun, and letting it go. Focus for me is mentally just to be on that gun. Like, think about the gun and then let the vision kind of do its thing in the middle of the stage here. Here we go. Little bit of a rough grip there. Had 2 makeup shots. Far target looks really good. No makeups on steel. Tuxedo was a little left, but dead center in the A, or left to the A, but it was in there. Shot that guy. I had 1 bad shot on the middle target that I could see. I had a Delta, swept it, and then a low Charlie. I had just a really, really bad grip there. So, but again, the grip doesn't make me less accurate. I make me less accurate. You don't have to, I had to slow down and get hits there, or slow down and shoot the sights more. Total time was 8:41. I have a feeling I should be in the 7s on this. So let's see if we can make that better with just a little bit better focus grip on the draw. Here we go. Yes, sir. Hell yeah. Whoa! That was a lot better run. And like I said, 7:76. I'm looking for a consistent time. I'm not looking for a fast time. I'm going to be fast if I do my job and do what I'm supposed to do. I should be shooting, the majority of these targets should be alphas if I do my job. It's what I have to focus on is the key. If I don't focus on what I control, basically anything within my body, inside the fault line, that's where I start to make mistakes. When I try to rush things and I'm trying to like push things through that I don't have control over, like try to shoot a steel fast. None of that stuff is gonna make you faster. That's usually where you make your mistakes. It's just executing the things that you're really good at, vision, grip, all that stuff, exiting off the target as soon as the trigger pull happens. Those are the things that make you faster. All right, one more run. I got 2 more runs. I'm gonna give you guys the full practice here of what I would do here for a run. Very good, very good. Man, that back target is so much better when I just let my gun do what it's supposed to do. 766. I shot a Charlie on the inside or the middle target, and it was just to the right. I over transitioned the gun into that target. But tuxedo was cleaned up, all alphas on the close. That one's on the line. I drew into like almost the Charlie, but I felt it. So really good there. Last run, baby. Total time, 766. Again, with the consistency, that's what I'm looking for. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was a really good draw. It went off a little early, like I didn't really want it to go off, but that's what I've been working on a lot is the draw, because the 2011, I'm super uncomfortable with the draw. 774, dead center alpha with an 87, but I wasn't sure exactly where it landed. Even though I had a red dot, I didn't trust it, and I took 3 shots at it, so I had 2 alpha, and actually one of my makeup shots was the Charlie when I was still trying to grip the gun. So really good run there, super consistent, exactly what I was talking about. The speed is where I want it to be, 1 for 1 on the steel, controlled where I need to be, but this is how I have to start practicing. This is where I mentally have to start setting myself up from the beginning of the class. So I would say today was one of my best starts to a practice because I only wasted 100 rounds, kind of just doing a cold start, not really locked in, focused. And then I kind of went back and kind of reset when I was reloading my magazines. And that has definitely been probably the biggest change for me in the last couple of practices, is understanding that I'm wasting my first 200 rounds just not locked into practice. I have to be locked in as if this was a match, but I'm doing it to get better. All right, got any questions? Hit me up in those comments and I'll see you on the range.